guys, welcome back to Inspiring Greatness. I'm Will. Today, special guest Rocco Aceto from Trinity Prep Aquatics. He's been the head swim coach here for 9 years now. Prior to that, he was at Washington State for about 5 years, and then prior to that, he was an assistant with the Auburn swim team. And I have a list of accolades to read off while he was at Auburn. He had 2 Olympic gold medalists. He won an NCAA team title, 6 relay NCAA titles, U.S. Open record, 4 World University Games gold medals. So welcome, Rocco. Thank you for being here today. As we've kind of talked about, you know, we're interviewing different people in the field of sports and how the field of sports performance has impacted their career or influenced their career. And since we've been together for the last 9 years, I know it's been a large part of the program here at Trinity Prep. So welcome, and just talk a little bit about how it's been a part of your career for as long as you've been swimming.
Well, I want to start with in 2005 when I met Will when I first got here, and then I can backtrack on that. I'm the type of person that wants a complete program, and when I got here they had some good components, but strength and conditioning was a lacking component. And in the swimming world we have a buzzword I think we derived, it's called dry land, and there's some very capable coaches, but they're not everybody is certified like the SSP coaches and do this for a living. So obviously my system is hiring people with the expertise to help me. That said, we have somebody on my staff always in the SSP sessions, but there's only 2 ways to get faster. And the faster you get, the more drag you create. So actually there's 2 ways to reduce drag is what I'm getting at. And one of them is perfect technique, and that's the fundamental concept of our program with race strategy, but it's technique, technique, technique. The other way to reduce drag is to create more force. That's a very challenging thing to do, and SSP is able to do that through their strength and conditioning program, or strength and agility, however you want to label it. We go twice in the mornings for a good hour, and it also, the third thing it sums up after those first 2 points is injury prevention. And in 2005 I brought Will up to the Montreal Grand Prix so he could kind of see what the swimming people do, and then I brought his business partner up, Dan, we went out west to University of Texas Grand Prix so he could kind of walk around the swim meet and ask different college coaches what they do. And so we have this dynamic program that we bring down for age group swimming. And right now someone that's involved with our program overseeing it is from SSP is Eric McGinnis, and Eric McGinnis, being an All-American All-American swimmer from University of Kentucky, is also a national team, or former national team member. So, you know, Eric's good enough at SSP for USA swimming, the national team. They certainly can help Trinity Prep, and it's not a compliment, as you see day in, day out. It's more of a, it's not even a supplement. It is part of our training, and we write our Tuesday, Thursday workouts knowing what they're doing at SSP. So it's an intricate piece of our training schedule.
Yeah, you know, that's one of the reasons I wanted to come here and talk to you. I still remember our first meeting ever was you had just taken the job here. I was starting SSP over in the weight room here at Trinity Prep, and Rocco heard that there was some guy, some strength coach here, and he calls me in his office and says, "What do you know about energy system development?" I'm like, "What?" And that was the first day, and we just went at it. We talked energy systems, we talked how to get better, and the rest has been history, and it's been a really awesome relationship. And so, you know, he builds this program. He doesn't build it around strength conditioning, but it's a major piece of what he does. And it's not just at the senior level. He's also got the junior kids in it. So when you start out as a swimmer here, you're integrated in that from the very beginning. Can you talk a little bit about, like, why is that such a crucial part that you're introducing it to your 8, and 9, and 10-year-olds?
Well, first of all, if you look at the in today's society where everything's 20 minutes or less, the kids like it, and it's not easier than swimming. It's very strenuous, but it's different than swimming. So the kids enjoy it. And I think if they enjoy something, you go with it. The other thing is it's about developing the athlete. SSP believes in that they develop athletes, and I believe if you have a better athlete out of the pool, there'll be good swimmers in the pool. One example is we had a tennis player anchor 200 freestyle relay on the female side this year, automatic All-American. You know, she had good eye-hand coordination, good foot speed, just an athlete who we converted into a swimmer. Yeah. And so if you get them at the young age, you know, there's a lot of myths about your growth plates are going to be stumped, but there's a lot of science that, you know, we don't go in there and body build. They do a lot of agility, there's stretching involved, but it's supervised under professionals. It's different.
Well, in that first meeting you said, how do you train swimmers? And I said, you train them like any other athlete. And that's probably one of the reasons we've meshed so well is you love the athletic component of it. You love making these swimmers better athletes, and that's something that we constantly talk about over the years, is just making swimmers more athletic, and it transfers into the pool.
Yeah, I get nervous sometimes because I go back into the swimming mode of like, we're not doing swimming specific moves, but you don't need to. We're doing enough swimming specific moves behind me daily, and overuse is just overrated. So we get a slew of things in the weight room, everything from Olympic lifts to multi-phase lifts in there.
Yeah, you know, one of the reasons we do this Inspire Greatness is there's two reasons. One, so the sports performance coach knows, go out there and talk to the swim club, but also for the swim coach or the director of aquatics, whoever it is, to go find this company. Because one of the things I want to talk about is, you touched on the beginning, is the dry land, and how many clubs around the country, around the world, are doing dry land and flip-flops on the pool deck. And that's something that we really have to change.
Yeah, well, we're fortunate here because we have the amenities. We have our own weight room down in the corner. We have this Olympic-sized pool, 10-lane, 50-meter pool behind me. We also have I put together with the Cora, the company that oversees our sports medicine. So we can be college-like and do that, and we have the funds to buy the med balls and dumbbells and so forth. But yeah, when you're looking at the flip-flop on the deck, that's better than nothing. But I think it's my belief, and this is just my opinion, that you have to hire professionals to do it professionally. You know, you risk, there's a lot of liability out there, and there's a lot of just programs to make people work. And it's not about work, it's a specific program laid out to get kids bigger, stronger, quicker, faster.
Yeah, you know, I guess the last point to make is a lot of swim coach out there, we work in the youth environment, right? We have a ton of youth swimmers, and that's where we make our money, and there's a business there. But having the service of what we do, of the sports performance side, how awesome is that, or how much does that help your sell when you're trying to get a high-level swimmer, when you're trying to bring somebody in, or someone's approached you about training for Olympic qualifying or whatever the case may be?
Well, it's kind of an easy sell. You know, every 4 years we tend to attract the kids training, a couple post-grads training for trials. And you know what differentiates us between maybe some other clubs is the specific component of SSP, having professionals, and you know, they come to our backyard, but we also have some of our athletes that go to SSP over in Winter Park. I think it's a big divider. You either got to believe and understand it, or you don't. It's pretty clear cut.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's it. Rocco, thank you for joining us today. Takeaways: sports performance coaches, go hit up your local swim club. Swim coaches, go hire the best of the best. He said it, right? I got another blog coming out on that, actually. All right, stay tuned for our next series. Thanks a lot.